Alexander Newley's manuscript came to my knowledge through my good friend Basia Briggs, who recommended I should read it. She was sure I would love it. Indeed, I did. As a result, we are here today to celebrate its publication. Alexander has definitely a story to tell, exquisitely written, about his upbringing in a household where parental strife unwittingly robbed him of a more structured life, which to a young man mattered a great deal.
Beautifully said.
Born with a famous name to an ill-fated marriage, he had to suffer the insecurity of a life of great privilege, which beneath the glossy veneer harbored infidelity and emotional turmoil. Growing up, he felt that his parents' focus was elsewhere as their lives alternated between failure and success in the highly deceptive world of show business. This unique, unflinching memoir reveals a bleak chronicle of his nomadic early life, the disintegration of his parents' marriage, and his battle to make sense of his past. It is also a meditation on art, identity, and inheritance, and a portrait of London and Hollywood during the swinging 60 and 70, bringing to life his encounters with everybody from the Beatles to Evil Connivance, complimenting his vivid prose and engrossing recollection are 28 of Alexander's own artwork, depicting many of the people who played a pivotal role in his early years, making this the definitive account of an extraordinary childhood. It's also a memoir that keeps you gripped to the very end. In the words of William Boyd, written with a great style and assurance, candid, heartfelt, and fascinating, the author himself sums it all up by saying, "When I look back at the broken story of my childhood, I see that the chief culprit was an ogre called show business. It yanked my helpless father, Anthony Newley of blessed memory, and my mother, Joan Collins." No,
Not here, unfortunately.
Sorry about
Yeah, sorry. Joan Collins of amazing fortitude, back and forth between England and America, Broadway, Hollywood, and the West End. My parents were both enslaved by the monster demands. It gave them no security, no safe haven of self, but kept them in the precarious state of wanting and needing the phone call from the agent with the next big gig, the only thing between them and oblivion. You must read this book, for it is a true and moving insight of a young man who has overcome many a dilemma to rise above his own circumstances and shine brightly, as you can see now. I must end this address for fear of losing your indulgence by asking you to honor Alexander in the best and practical way I know, and that is to rush and buy a few copies of his book as an acknowledgement of what he has so far achieved. You will certainly make this evening a memorable one for both author and publisher. Now the star of the show will address you now.
Really, it wasn't that bad. No, I just want to say, first of all, it's so wonderful to see so many people here, and I really I feel deeply supported, and that's so very special. It has been a difficult few days. There's been a lot of things swirling in the press that have been very unfortunate, and I'm so glad that the book has now come out so that the truth, the complex and positive truth, can now be appreciated, which is really a document of an extraordinary childhood, lived as the son of two amazing human beings, Anthony Newley and Joan Collins. And during a truly fascinating time, the 60s and 70s, and my father was a UK homegrown talent from the East End, fascinating man who took America by storm. He's one of the few talents who managed to make that transition. He achieved it with two incredible barnstorming shows, Stop the World, I Want to Get Off, and Roar at Grease Paint. And my mother and he married in 1963. They were an incredible union. He was, very interior. She was very exterior and out there, and they made this incredible couple. And they then moved from New York to Los Angeles, where I really have my earliest memories, in 1965. And it was there that my father launched himself into films with Dr. Dolittle and so on. And my mother created this extraordinary whirl of parties and amazing personalities. Like Paul Newman was always at the house, and Natalie Wood, and Sammy Davis Jr. And I remember, because I took their coats at the door. I loved it. I was a little butler, And so the book is really, it's really me pinching myself that this all really happened. Did my father really receive a chocolate brown Jaguar from the mafia as a thank you gift for his time at Caesar's Palace? And did Evel Knievel really buy me a mountain bike for my birthday? And look me in the eye and say, kid, just don't take this out on the street, it's very dangerous out there. So these are just a few of the extraordinary stories that the book is full of, and I just had to share this extraordinary experience that I had. And what I'm so grateful for is that that zany and madcap, nomadic childhood that I had gave me all the tools and all the energy to become an artist and to realize myself as an artist. So I'm eternally grateful to the good Lord for giving me this circumstance that I was born into, because as challenging as it was right for me. So amen to that. And I now want to say thank you to this marvelous man who had the courage and the insight to publish my book. And thank you to all the people at Quartet, James Pulford, Grace Pilkington, who just made the book look so beautiful and went the extra mile to make sure that all the art was reproduced properly and so on. And thank you finally to my lovely partner, Sheila Rahman, for bearing with me while I turned this private experience into a public one. And again, thank you all for being here. Please buy the book, enjoy the book, because that's what it's meant to be.
Please buy more and keep it for friends, because honestly it's worth it. It's a book to treasure. Okay? And if you love him, that's what you do. Okay, thank you.
You haven't sold out.